Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to walk into your own workplace, completely unnoticed? To see how things really run when you're not around? To see the truth raw and unfiltered? Well, that's exactly what happened to one man, a man who thought he had everything under control, until one day, he didn't. What would you do if you were in his shoes? How would you react if someone you trusted refused to help you when you needed it the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. We love hearing from all corners of the world. Now, let's dive into the story. It was a quiet Tuesday morning when Brandon Kline, the owner of a small but thriving thrift store chain called Second Chances, decided to go undercover. He had been feeling disconnected. The business was growing, but something felt off. He couldn't quite put his finger on it. Brandon had built Second Chances from the ground up. It started as a single store in his hometown, a place where people could find affordable clothes, furniture, and household items. Over the years, it had grown into a chain of 5 stores, each one a lifeline for the community. But lately, Brandon felt like he was losing touch with the heart of his business. So he came up with a plan. He would visit one of his stores, not as the boss, but as a regular customer. He would see how things really worked, how his employees treated the customers, and maybe, just maybe, he would learn something new. He chose the store on Elm Street, the busiest of the 5. He put on a simple outfit, a plain t-shirt, jeans, and a baseball cap, and headed out. When he walked into the store, it was buzzing with activity. Customers were browsing through racks of clothes, flipping through books, and testing out furniture. Brandon felt a sense of pride, but also a pang of nervousness. Would anyone recognize him? He wandered around for a while, pretending to look at items, but really, he was watching how the employees interacted with the customers, watching how they handled the chaos of a busy day. That's when he noticed her. Her name was Lana, according to her name tag. She was in her late 20s, with curly brown hair and a warm smile. She was helping an elderly woman pick out a winter coat, patiently answering her questions, and even offering to hold the coat while the woman continued shopping. Brandon felt a surge of pride. This was exactly the kind of customer service he wanted his stores to be known for. But then something happened. A man walked into the store, looking frantic. He approached Lana and said, "Excuse me, I need help. I'm looking for a suit. I have a job interview in an hour, and I don't have much money." Lana glanced at him, then looked back at the elderly woman. "I'm sorry, sir," she said. "I'm helping another customer right now. You'll have to wait." The man's face fell. "Please, I really need this. It's my only chance." Lana hesitated, but then she shook her head. "I'm sorry. I can't leave this customer. Someone else will help you." Brandon felt a knot form in his stomach. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. This man was clearly in need, and Lana had turned him away. He stepped forward, his heart pounding. "Excuse me," he said to Lana. "I think you should help this man. He's in a hurry." Lana looked at him, surprised. "I'm sorry, sir, but I'm already helping someone. It's store policy." Brandon's mind raced. Store policy? Since when was it store policy to turn away someone in need? He took a deep breath and said, "I understand, but sometimes we have to make exceptions. This man needs our help." Lana's expression softened, but she still didn't move. "I'm sorry. I can't." Brandon felt a mix of frustration and disappointment. He had always prided himself on running a business that cared about people, but now, he wasn't so sure. He turned to the man and said, "Come with me. I'll help you find a suit." The man looked relieved. Thank you so much." Brandon led him to the men's section and quickly found a suit that looked like it would fit. He handed it to the man and said, "Try this on. If it fits, it's yours." The man's eyes widened. "Really? Thank you. I don't know how to repay you." Brandon smiled. "Just go ace that interview." As the man hurried to the fitting room, Brandon felt a sense of satisfaction, but also a lingering unease. He couldn't shake the image of Lana refusing to help. He decided to confront her. He walked back to where she was still helping the elderly woman and waited until she was done. When the woman finally left, Brandon stepped forward. "Lana," he said, his voice calm but firm. "Can I talk to you for a moment?" She looked at him, confused. "Of course, what's this about?" Brandon took a deep breath. "I saw what happened earlier, with the man who needed a suit. Why didn't you help him?" Lana's face fell. I was helping another customer. It's store policy to not leave a customer unattended." Brandon shook his head. Store policy is important, but so is compassion. That man was in a tough spot. He needed our help. Lana looked down, her cheeks flushing. I didn't think about it that way. I was just following the rules. Brandon sighed. Sometimes the rules aren't enough. We have to think about the people behind them. That's what second chances is all about, giving people a second chance. Lana nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. Brandon placed a hand on her shoulder. It's okay. We all make mistakes. What matters is that we learn from them. As he walked away, Brandon felt a mix of emotions. He was proud of how he had handled the situation, but he also realized that he had been blind to the struggles of his employees. He decided to make some changes. Over the next few weeks, Brandon implemented new training programs focused on empathy and customer service. He also made it a point to visit his stores more often, not as the boss, but as a friend. And Lana, she became one of his most dedicated employees, always going above and beyond to help customers in need. The story of Brandon's undercover experience spread through the company, inspiring everyone to be more compassionate and understanding. And as for the man who needed the suit, he got the job, and he never forgot the kindness he was shown that day. So what's the moral of the story? Sometimes we get so caught up in the rules and routines of life that we forget what really matters. It's not about following the policy, it's about following your heart. Because at the end of the day, it's the small acts of kindness that make the biggest difference. That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.